Good morning, everybody. Today is Wednesday, July 8th, and this is QOL Trading Pre-Market Analysis. Before we get into things, I want to go over housekeeping stuff right now. If you go to our website at QOLtrading.com, it will bring you to our webpage, and on the front of the webpage, the first thing you'll see is put your name, your email address in, and you can join the QOL circle. Once you do that, you will be on the weekly subscription, free subscription for our newsletter that we put out every Sunday. And in the newsletter, I'm going to make this quick. I don't want to bore you, everybody, with this, but we cover all levels, everything that happened in the week, from the broader markets to Bitcoin, SpaceX now, and Tesla. And then we go over any geopolitical things that are happening in the world, as well as economic data, what to expect in the week ahead coming. And then also, we talk about at the bottom here of our new QOL Universal Opening Range Breakout Scalper. So after you do that, you can come, and if you want to join our Discord community, you click right here, live desk, or this little icon here for Discord, and it'll bring you to this page right here. So you can join our Discord community for free by clicking down here, or you can come and you can upgrade after you're in there for free for a little bit. You can upgrade to our trading room from live trading from 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern time every day. And then from there, if you want a copy of our new QOL Universal Opening Range Breakout Scalper, you can go right over here to this next page right here, and you can just buy that for a fee for a monthly subscription. And then if you want a bundled subscription, you can get the live trading room plus the scalper. So so here is the scalper that we have been pushing, and it's now live. It's been working out fantastic. It pretty much plots everything for you. I'll make this bigger for everybody so they can see it. It does all this plotting. So everything that you see on the screen right now, aside from the candles, is computer driven, and it's written when the market opens up. It will give you your range on the high side. It'll give you a range on the low side for whatever time frame you're in. This is a 5-minute candle, so we can drop down to a 1-minute candle, and then down in the lower right hand corner. So this is yesterday's trading, right? This is a 1-minute chart. And if we look at the signals that it gives you, it's not telling you to take a trade. It's not an automatic trading for you. It's helping you take this decision making out of your hands. So in the lower right hand corner here, you'll see a table here. It's got the range, it's got the high, it's got the low. It will give you the midpoint of that range. It will give you the total dollars in range. It will rate the range quality from 0 to 100, obviously 100 being the best. It will tell you the long grade, meaning A being the best, right? So A, I believe, is 80 to 100, and then below 80 it drops down to a C. It also tells you a short grade. It also tells you a bias, right? So it's a long bias right now, so that's why you could see that the long grade is highlighted, right? But now you can see it's going back and forth. You can just see right now, this is pre-market, so the market's not open. But you could see that's kind of an indecision. There's some selling going on right now. We are looking at a 1-minute chart, so this will flip-flop back and forth while the market's closed. And then it tells you state of the state, no trade, right? So when the market is live and it's showing you a direction, it's showing you to be in a trade. So yesterday morning, when the alert went off here, early short, this state right here said active short right now. And then it gives you that yellow square for an exit or trim your position. But these are all decisions that you have to make on your own, right? And then it gives you profit levels. It gives you the first profit level on the downside, second profit level on the downside as well as the upside. It gives you one profit level here for the upside and the second profit level over there. And then it tells you what chart you're on down at the bottom here, right? So it's working out fantastic. So in order to get that, you can get a free trial of this. Just go and come to this WAP channel right here. And then when you do join the free community, you'll bring you to the Discord community right here. And in the Discord community, I will post a link on, for every morning to tell you about our pre-market analysis. That's where you are right now. And then we have a levels channel. This is all free. I put levels in here of different stocks. If you ask me to join, to put a level for you, I'll be glad to do that, but I do not cover penny stocks. And then here's another way to access everything. So you can click on this to if you want to upgrade to certain things. Okay, enough of that. Economic data. By the way, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, like this video. I appreciate that. 9 o'clock, we have final wholesale inventories month over month. 9:30 crude oil inventories. I think people, it's a yellow folder, but I think that actually should be elevated to an orange folder at least. I think people are going to be watching that, especially with the activity that went on over the weekend, or excuse me, overnight, regarding some more war stuff breaking out. And I believe that the ceasefire was lifted. I think I saw that in a tweet or a post somewhere. Anyways, you'll be able to see that things are elevated right now. You also have to be prepared at 1 o'clock today. FOMC speak meeting today. So watch out for that and make sure that you're listening in. And if you're scalping, make sure you're not in a position because you don't know which way the market will go on something like that. As far as tomorrow, you have unemployment claims at 7:30. Some more Fed speak at 8 o'clock. And then I think that's pretty much it for the week, right? So good. Let's get into our stuff that we normally do here. We're going to start with the VIX today. Normally, I have not been lately because nothing's happening with it. But you can see we had a nice spike here. And that was due to probably news on the ceasefire being lifted because I believe Iran was trying to charge tolls. And I think that there was some more fighting that was going on and more battles that were being started out there. So anyways, right now on the VIX, you want to lose this 50-day moving average, 1741. You want to lose that and come on back down here to the 16 to 13 level. But it did pop here right now, so you could possibly get a pullback, maybe to 1667 on the VIX here, just to watch the elevation, right? Just letting you know about the volatility. Obviously, you can't trade the VIX here directly. So let's look at oil right now. So oil spiked a little bit, obviously, on the news. However, still respecting this 200-day moving average. We're down. We do have some gap downs here, one from June 15th at $84.34. And then I believe we have another gap down at $96.99 there. So even though we got a little spike here, we're still about $45 lower from the high of 120. So not bad there, but we got to watch the oil market. If the oil starts to escalate right now, it may be a problem for our pocketbooks, right? Okay, let's go over to ES. Nothing's changed on our levels on the ES. I would say today you got to watch this low of 75.2950. If you pop in there, you could possibly get a break and retest on that and fade that low. However, we are above the 50-day moving average. The 50 is sitting at 74.8794. And then we are below the 20-day moving average at 75.01. So we could be in this little chop range here, but this break and retest here, you got to watch that. Yesterday's low, broke the low, pop into it, typical break and retest, and then you pop lower. So very important, got to hold the 74.80 level. If you lose 74.80, I think you come down to 74.2744, which is June 12th's low. And then we come down here to a previously filled point of control. 73.6342 is that level right there. On the upside, though, if you can regain yesterday's low, I think you could push into the close and probably get some headwinds up there. But if you can get above that, then you start pushing back into that 75.93.75 level. Let's move on to the SPY. The SPY is going to give you the same chart, but different numbers here. Same thesis here, 745.21, yesterday's low. Could get some resistance in there if you can break and hold above that. This little speed zone right here in a pre-market, you could pop back into yesterday's close. 747.71 if you get above that. Again, a previously filled point of control at 750.25. And then above that, then I think you can push up into this open point of control at 757.70 and then back into previously all-time highs. Right? Great. Okay, let's get into the Nasdaq. By the way, if you have any questions about anything, feel free to drop a comment in there. I can, this is live, so if I see a comment here, I'll be glad to answer any questions here. Nasdaq, I've been saying Nasdaq was looking kind of weak and sloppy compared to the rest of the broader markets here. Same thing on the Nasdaq right now. Got to hold this, got to get above this 29,181.50 level. And then also this 76.4% Fibonacci level I have here at 29,231.94. If you can get above that, then I think you can push into that 29,507.67, of where I would anticipate you get a little resistance up there and a little sell-off on there. On the downside here, so we filled this point of control. This point of control was open from the 11th, so you can see that's filled. So now I'm going to change that now to a filled point of control. I talk about these point of controls all the time. Once they're created, they very high percentage of the time they come back and they touch those levels, as it did yesterday. For whatever reason they do, whether it's news driven or just typical, fading of a stock. But I've been watching these point of controls for years now, and they seem to be working fine. That being said, you got to hold that 29,944 level. If you lose that, we have 28,512 is what I have there, unfortunately. Could be a pretty significant flush. So hopefully we can rebound and at least get above that 29,507.67 level. If you do, then it's creating a nice little level here for lows, and then you can continue to push up. We do have an open point of control at 30,820.79, which is pretty positive there. So hopefully you can get above. I think today you're going to have to try to get above that 29,507 in order for us to push higher. I know that's quite a bit of ways, but to me, that's what would make me feel comfortable. You could actually even look at a low here from, what is this low here? This is from Friday's low. I'm going to probably mark that as well. That'll probably be a pretty decent level that you're going to need to get over. All right. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on to the Qs, then we'll get to the Mag 7, and we'll keep chugging along here. Qs, same thing. Point of control filled from the 11th, 723. I'm going to mark that as filled. All right, that's done. Got to hold that 723 level. If you lose that, 686.37 is the June low that you'd probably come back and test. If you regain, I like the longs if you can get above the 711.10 level, right? Get above that, then you can push higher back into this 731.92 level. We do have, this is a big level here, 711.10. Got to regain that in order to push higher. If you push into that level, you could get some resistance back on the downside. So if we lose 723, like I said, coming down to June lows, 686.37, and if we lose that, we have a better pullback long I like down here at 668.90. Then if you lose that 668.90, I don't have anything until 637.01. Okay, let's cover SpaceX real quick, and then we'll get into Mag 7 plus Tesla, right? So here's SpaceX. I was talking about SpaceX yesterday. Got to hold the open from the original open on the IPO, 150. Dip below it this morning, 148.20. I would say may get some resistance here, 153.08. I think that's your line in the sand today if you are trading SpaceX. I'm not trading it yet. Got to break and hold above that 153.08 in order to push into the low of 155. I'm not sure where that low came into play. Oh, that came in on Thursday. So we'll mark that. Pretty easy data to plot right now on SpaceX, right? It's working out pretty good. You do have a speed zone here that was created yesterday. So I think 153.08. Yeah, you could definitely probably push into this 157.09, which is an open point of control level that we have here from the 29th. That probably looks like it was filled. Let's take a look at that. So this was filled 6. So we are going to mark that. Oh, I do have it marked filled already. Oh, this point of control right here. Yep, that's filled also. So, but these point of control levels, once they fill, they become good supply and demand levels. So respect them. If you're trading them, have them in your chart. Take a snapshot, shot, put them on your charts, people. Okay. Let's get into Mag 7 here. We'll start out with NVIDIA then we'll finish with Tesla. NVIDIA is kind of weak right now, so important that NVIDIA holds this 191.87 level. you lose that, I think it flushes to 188.88 level. It's right above the 50-day moving average. And then if you lose that moving average, 181.22 is the level I have. And it probably could come right in line with this lower end regressional trend line here that I have here from May that I started. You can just see how the line comes down. It respects the levels. We are on the positive side. We are on the upper end of the midline, right? So if you drop below the midline of this, then you can probably get some more flush on there. Let's get over to Apple. By the way, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Hit the thumbs up button like this video, please, and if you don't mind. And then go down to the description. You can join all of our extra stuff that we have here. We are looking at a 4-hour chart right now in Apple. Apple's been extremely strong right now. Really trying to push up into those all-time highs, 317.40. Just like we showed on the previous chart with the regressional trend line, we are above the outer edge of this upper end regressional trend line here. And this trend line goes all the way back from October 10th of 2025. So pullback longs, I don't mind if we pull back to the 304 level. You can use that as a nice level. However, you got to watch out for the speed zone. If you lose this 304 level, I think you quickly come down at least to, and definitely give all that back, 294.50. And even if you lose that, 287.22. This is a 4-hour chart, right? So it's more of a longer type of a bias on this, right? So, but we are definitely pushing higher. You could put a level in here at this low, right? So break and retest of this low. So pull back longs 305, and there's more confluence here with this upper end regressional trend line. Above the all-time highs, I have nothing, so we'll have to watch that. I don't trade Apple, so I don't put much effort into it. Let's look at Meta here. Meta, the same thing on Meta. Meta's kind of in this channel as well. So you can see right here, we've got this upper end regressional trend line at 635.75. If you popped into there, it's got to get above 618.70 in order to push higher there, right? So let's pan out a little bit more. It is making a fight here. So the 618.70 is your level here. You got to get above that in order to push higher. I mean, right now we're trading at 610. But same thing on the regressional trend lines. We are above this midline regressional trend line. It's bounced off it pretty nicely at 598. But you know, you got to be careful. This may be creating a little bit of a double top here. So if you pop into this 618.70, it could give you resistance. Maybe you take another. You could possibly do another short off of that, right? You could just see how it's rejecting that right now. So that's a big level, an important level to get over. However, you do have this high of 592.66. That is a May. Excuse me, that's an April high of this year. Okay, we're moving on. Oops, excuse me, wrong button. Google, same thing. Not shocked. We got resistance here. If you pop up to this 363.09, you could get some resistance. Watch that level. Got to hold this 356.61 level in order to continue moving higher. You do have a June 30th high sitting at 355.39. I would say getting above this 361. Let's just mark that for everybody here. Get above that 360.99 level, then you can push into that 363.09 level, possibly get some resistance there. But if you do get above that, then I think you can start pushing back into that 373.60 level. Okay, let's keep moving. Amazon, quickly on Amazon here. Got to hold that 242.70 level. If you lose that, 233 is the next level I have. You can see this 245.73 is rejecting. If you can get above that, 252.53 is a level. And then above that, 255.19, I would anticipate to get a little resistance up there. Downside here, I went to 233.80. If you lose that, you've got a high 226.10. I know these are big numbers. Based on us looking at a 4-hour chart. If I was looking at a 5-hour chart, they'd be tiny numbers, but let's give you a good holistic view of everything right now. So on this Microsoft has been weak for quite some time right now. We are on the upper end of this regressional trend line here. So it is rejecting it right now. So in order for Microsoft to move higher, 387.28, got to get above that, and then you can push into that 400 level. If you lose 381.90, 374.39 is my next line of defense here. And below that is 366.64. And if you lose 366.64, you come back down and test this 350 level again. And if you lose that 350, I'm sorry to say, 335.40 looks like it potentially could happen there. All right, that's it for the Mag 7. Let's get into Tesla right now. Tesla, we talk about this all the time. Tesla, it'll give it to you and then it'll take it away, right? So you had a nice little pot, you had a sell-off, and then it tried to regain the whole speed zone here, but it stopped right there. So what does that tell me? That tells me that the downside is still in. There's still sellers there. In order for Tesla to move higher for me today, it's got to be above 480 cents. You'll probably get some resistance if it does pop above that at 403.51. I had that as a pivot level for yesterday. I had to stay above that. Of course, this 414.50 level, this is a level that we've been talking about for quite some time. It's a November 2021 high. Big level. Try to get above it and hold it. You saw that it did here on Monday, and then we lost it yesterday straight down here. However, you are creating a little more speed zones up here, so you got to watch that. If you do get that pop, we have an open point of control that was created yesterday, 406.92. So if you do pop there, you could possibly get some headwinds there. So watch yourself on that side. On the downside here, if we lose this high from, it's a weekly high from March. If we lose that 396, I've got a 393.63 level, which is a May 19th weekly low. To give you a little support there. And then also there's more confluence below that 393 sitting at 391.03. It's a midline regressional trend line that we have here that I drew since beginning of May. And then it's also a low from from Monday. So we could potentially test the low from Monday. If we lose the low from Monday, then next levels that I really have that I would probably look at are between 382 and 387. For some support. So, watch a little pop and fade maybe today. If you pop up here, you could fade. Yesterday was just strong selling right out of the box here, and it never recovered. So, to me, you've got a lower high, right? And then you've got that lower low. Actually, not quite there yet, but here, it's just kind of right here. It's showing you that 420 level was a very good spot, very good resistance. That's why I leave these levels up here. This was a previously open point of control, and then it filled, and I left that level up there, and you could see it came right up here, and you could see how it's respecting this level as you just keep going back into history, and that's how you do your supply and demand level. So a big thing for today, you're going to have to hold. You're going to have to hold this 396.23 level. So if you're above this, I don't mind the longs. If you lose that, flush may be coming. Right. So what we're going to do for today, people, as far as strike prices, we're going to start off with today's expiration date. And I'm going to start with the 400. Is this the... I'm actually going to start out with the 400 calls. And I'm going to start out with the 400 puts. So you can see where they closed yesterday. Here's where the market closed, 393.45. So we are a little higher right now. So this premium price may... Where did we close yesterday? Oh, no, we're actually a little lower. Closed at 402.90, I believe, yesterday, right? So this is going to open up a little higher because we are just a little lower, but I wouldn't say that much higher, maybe in the threes. And this 400 call, this is probably going to open up at the threes too. So these premium prices may be identical. And then I'll trade that for like the first hour or so. And then after that, we will... reevaluate and then maybe switch to Friday's expiration date, right? Because when you're trading 0DT, these premium prices will fly around. So we pay attention to that before as the market opens. We don't click the button right away. We just see and let things settle out, right? And let our trades come to us. Aside from that, that's going to be it. Again, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Hit that thumbs up button for me. I don't mind if you share the video. Also like the video, please. And then down in the description area, open up those links and join our community here because it's always better to trade with a community than to trade by yourself. So that being said, if I don't see you in the trading room, in the trade desk, I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day.